If you want to grow a 5mm long beard, it is going to take you about 13 to 14 days. Now, I looked at the science and I found the average growth rate per day of a beard, and it is 0.38 millimeters or 0.015 inches a day for the Americans watching. And it's gonna take about, 14 days, so 2 weeks on average. It could be a little bit longer, it could be a bit shorter, but here's the thing, here's the little trick. That is not the end of your 5mm beard growing journey, because not all the hairs on your face grow the same rate, and you'll find that the stronger parts of your face, like for me, that's the chin, that's my mustache, and these bits here will grow faster than other areas of your face. And maybe it's not that it grows faster necessarily per sort of hair follicle, but the overall density of the hair means that it looks like it's not as thick and full in certain areas. And that is the biggest issue. So what I recommend is that if you want a 5mm beard, you grow your beard for at least 1 month. So that's twice the amount of time to actually kind of grow that, and then cut it back. Because what you'll find is that a 5mm beard needs to be slightly longer, because hairs twist, they curl, and also some hairs just don't grow as fast as others. So by growing it out and then using trimmers to cut it back, some hairs will be longer because they're curly, but they're going to give you a much better kind of even and homogeneous beard all over your face. And look, 5mm isn't very long. It's about the width of an eraser on the end of a pencil, and it's about sort of like the size of a red ant. So it's really not very long. So every little sort of extra fraction of a millimeter you can get will really, really help keep your beard looking just sort of even. And I think beards look better when they look very intentional, especially when they're shorter. So grow it out for 1 month, cut it back to the 5mm length using a good quality pair of trimmers. Do you call it a pair of trimmers? A trimmer? Then you'll have a much better 5mm beard than if you just waited 2 weeks and was like, I'm going to trim it now. Wait a little bit. This video is based on a massive, really informative article on beardgrowingpro.com, so go check that out. I'll put a link in the description, but there I have a massive article with everything you need to know about a 5mm beard. The tips, the tricks, the secrets, the tools, the daily routines, the monthly routines, fortnightly routines, the lot. Everything is there. This video touches on some of the best bits, but if you really want the insider knowledge, go there. There's something about trimmers that you don't know, especially if you've got a 5mm beard that you're trying to keep just perfect. And that is, do not cheap out on trimmers, because the guards are not all made the same. Now, I've been through a number of trimmers in my time while growing this beard, and at 5mm, I was using trimmers like this. So like, relatively small head, but adjustable trimmers. And so they go up and down like that. They're fine. I've got this one. I used this one as well, which was like a multi thing. This one, the battery went very quickly. Whereas this one, it lasts a little bit longer, and I still use it today to sort of trim up some of the loose hairs every now and again. But here's the thing about these. What you'll notice about the sort of trimmers that have extendable components is the very top. Now let me take these off to show you, because on here there are these guards. Now the thing is when you are trimming up a shorter beard like 5mm, is you do tend to push a little bit harder on your face, especially around the jaw area. The harder parts of your face will be able to push in. These are a little bit flexible, not much, not like it doesn't move a lot, but the thing is the harder part of your face will be able to push these in, so you will not get an even coverage. And so what I really highly recommend, that if you are going to hold your beard at 5mm, is that you do not get these plastic ones, or if you do, you make sure that it's incredibly solid. So you go into the shop and you actually push on the trimmer trimmer head and the guard to make sure that it doesn't move. This one moves far too much, as does this one. This one actually moves way further. Oh, I think I've just broken it as well. It moves way further than other ones. Now, what I recommend you do is you get yourself a good mains powered trimmer. This is a Wahl professional premium smooth cut trimmer. It's the best thing I've ever bought for my beard, and that is because, you know, even though these guards are plastic, they do not move. They are solid. They do not move at all. And so what I recommend you do is get yourself a good quality in the Wahl trimmer. In the Wahl is important because battery always seems to run out at the worst possible times, and then you have to wait for it to charge. And also the overall life of the trimmer is determined really by its weakest component, which in these, it's always the batteries. So get yourself a good pair of trimmers. The guard doesn't move. That way, when you're trimming up, no matter where you're trimming, on soft parts of your face, like the cheeks or the mustache area, or even on hard bits, like on your on your chin, on your jaw, or on your Adam's apple, this will not yield and it will give you the same length all over. That is so important. Okay, with a 5mm beard, lines become so incredibly important. Now, when your beard's nice and long, you don't have to worry so much because, you know, it's hidden. The line under here, my neckline, is hidden. Here, it doesn't matter if it's a little bit fuzzier because I've got all this to back it up. But when you've got 5mm worth of beard, you need to make sure your cheek line and your neckline is absolutely on point, because otherwise it's going to look unbalanced, it's going to look shabby. And so a 5mm beard benefits from you buying a single blade safety razor. Now this was one, it's an antique one that was given to me by a friend because he knows how much I loved caring for my face and my beard. But it's so brilliant because it literally is one single razor blade that is dirty, and you don't have to use clean ones, you don't put dirty ones in. And all you do is set the angle and you just use this on the lines. Now the great thing about this is because it's single blade is you're going to get the lines of your beard almost perfect without even really trying. The multi-blade cartridges, they just never cut precisely because you're like, where does this cut? Where is it? Blade 1? Is it blade 5? They always have got these massive plastic edges as well. The thing about this is it's really precise, and trimming up under your neckline, go check out my other video where I talk about necklines. You've got to get one of these. That is 100%. This will make sure that your 5mm beard looks great always. Okay, the fourth thing about short 5mm beards is that you actually need to buy products like beard oil or face moisturizer or beard conditioners really that look after the skin far more than the hair. And that's because at a 5mm beard, you can still see the skin underneath the beard. And so what you've got to do is make sure that your skin is really well looked after. So if you are going to use a beard oil, and at about 5mm of beard growth, you can start thinking about using a beard oil because they are really formulated for the skin. So use a beard oil that contains a lot of jojoba oil. Now, jojoba oil really emulates that natural sebum, which is found on your face, and it doesn't get absorbed as well in the hair because of the types of molecules that are in it. And I'm going to do a video on the science of beard oils in a bit. But using sweet almond oil or argan oil, oils that are better for the beard, won't benefit you immensely at the moment. Focus on oils that are well absorbed by the skin, and I recommend jojoba oil or just using a really good skin moisturizer over your beard, and that will solve a load of problems and get rid of like that dreaded beard dandruff. Okay, so the fifth thing that is very important is the deep hydration treatment for short beards. Now, there are a ton of issues like irritation, ingrowns. The fact that the hairs are short means they don't yield as well when you put them under pressure. You know, they stick out, they can be spiky and wiry, and they can twist and turn and irritate the skin underneath. And so if you are going to halt your beard at 5mm, I highly recommend that about once a month you do a deep hydration treatment. What that looks like is a super hot towel towel as hot as you can stand over your face for about 10 minutes. That opens up the pores, it softens up the hairs, lifts the cuticles of the hairs to accept any of the products that you're going to put on. Then you take it off. You just let your your beard sort of cool down a little bit. Then you get yourself some beard oil with jojoba oil or a good leave-in conditioner, and you put it completely over your face. And then you can, if you want, put a beard wrap or like a shower cap over your beard and leave it there for about 20 minutes. Go and do something. The shower cap just means that you're not going to get all crap everywhere. It's going to be gross, and also just keeps it next to your skin, and then all you have to do is rinse it with cold water and blow dry it, let it dry naturally, it doesn't matter. But what you'll find after this deep hydration treatment is that your hair will be soft, it will be supple, and it tends to solve a lot of the issues that are encountered with short beards. Like I said, that spikiness, the wiriness, the itchiness, the ingrown hairs. That deep hydration treatment was a game changer for me when I was at the 5mm beard stage, and I recommend you try it too. So there we have it. There's the 5mm beard tips, tricks, and tools. Let me know in the comment what you would add to that list. Now go check out Beard Growing Pro as well. So that's beardgrowingpro.com, where I have tons of information for making your beard look awesome at all the stages. And the thing is about a 5mm beard is that it probably is going to trick you into growing out your beard longer, because it certainly did for me. This is where I've ended up, and I'm continuing to grow it, and I'm still learning about beards as it grows. It's fantastic, and I just like maintaining it. I think it looks cool, and yeah, I love beards. There we are, I said it. Okay, let me know in the comments what you would add to that list, and I shall see you in the next video.